Welcome back, everyone, to the Bitcoin Business Bureau. I'm your host, as always, LitecoinLeader. As you can tell from my background, I got a theme going. Let me share this real quick. Copyright reasons, so I can hide this now, but that's where the image came from. But I was planning on doing the show, went in black and orange for Halloween. So happy Halloween, everybody. But this is this is actually an Oregon State sweatshirt. Funny story, Patrick and I both have the same mascot from college days. Somehow we're both wound up as beavers, and I've black and orange has followed me. This is way too warm, so I'm taking it off. But black and orange has followed me over the years just because, I grew up in the Philly area, and then the Flyers are black and orange, and then I moved to the Maryland area, and then you have the Orioles, they're black and orange, and my college was black and orange. His college was black and orange. It just followed me, but it's just too much black and orange today, even though it's Halloween. But I'm just gonna balance out the theme with a blue shirt today. So allow me to just talk to you for a minute. First off, happy Halloween, and I fully hope that you're experiencing it some way, shape, or form, whether you're watching a scary movie, helping with your kids, giving out candy, because there's way too much going on in the world today to be concerned tonight. You need a night. Everybody needs a night off. Tonight is a night off, especially if you have children and they're going out trick-or-treating or you're going out to a party, something to get your mind off of what's going on in the rest of the world, because it's crazy. And I'm at the point where I'm getting a little overwhelmed, but I just want to just take a moment, step back, have a little chat, and talk about being scared, right? So that's the kind of the theme of the day. It's Halloween. So are we scared or are we prepared? Now, I like to move from being scared to being concerned. And it's okay to be concerned about things, but you don't want to be scared, because scared can lead to paralysis, paranoia, like what do I do, and just being frozen. And like sometimes you do need to take action. If you feel like you can't take action, step back, take a pause, find a way to alleviate the stress somehow, and do something fun, which tonight should be all about, and then relax. But it's the end of October. The weather is changing. The clocks are changing next weekend. That used to be this weekend, but they moved it back. So this is the last week of, I'd say, an extra hour in the evening for light. So take advantage of that. But the calendar is about to flip over too. And that means tomorrow, tonight is Halloween, when that is the, Old Hallows Eve, and tomorrow is All Saints Day. So tonight, this will be the evening before All Saints Day. That's kind of how we got the theme of it and how it came to be. There's religious overtones. You have religion. You have the Day of the Dead. All these different things that are out there throughout various cultures with Halloween and the occult and such. And not going to get all into that, but the bottom line is that the calendar is flipping over. The clocks are changing. Lots of change. The weather's changing. And we're also, there's lots of change, and change, people usually hate change. It's very difficult to deal with, but people like the norm. They like to repeat, and they like patterns. They like, not necessarily patterns, but they like, the same thing over and over again. They like repetition. They like, a routine. We've been anything but routine the last couple of years, and it's unfortunately, the change doesn't go away. It just kind of compounds. And now, a week from tomorrow, we're gonna have more change, and there's going to be more change winds that are happening. But this is a crypto channel, and we're going to talk about economics and finance and stuff, and that's changing too. For Bitcoin, those of you who've been following Bitcoin and crypto, it's been pretty stagnant for the last few months, but everybody's asking, when is it going to change? When is it going to change for the better? Bottom line is, we don't know. Timing is the hardest thing to predict, but the one thing we can talk about is that things are changing. We have lots of dynamics throughout the globe. Had an election, I think it was this past weekend in Brazil. Not sure how that is going to impact things, but they elected a new leader. There's controversy over that election as well. I think it was like 51-49 kind of result, so it's very close. But in the United States here, we're about to go through the midterm elections, which are next Tuesday. So there's going to be lots of change coming here. How do we deal with it? We have to take a pause. We have to regroup, and we all have lots of questions, and we're all trying to figure out, what's going on with prices, what's going on with inflation, what's going on with housing, what's going on with silver and gold and precious metals, oil, gas, electric, utilities, commodities, food, shortages. I mean, there's so much to be concerned about. And I didn't even mention crypto in that entire sentence with all that big list. So step back, big picture. The big picture is that change is happening. Change is happening repeatedly and rapidly. And whether you like it or not, change is coming. And the big picture is that we do see that, I've got one of them laying around here. These $5 notes aren't going to last forever. Okay. And they're losing buying power more and more each day. So you have to get prepared. And that's why we did the Economic Preppers event. We're probably going to do another one next year. We're still planning what we want to do. Probably looking at Florida in May. There may be an event before then. Don't know yet. But that's something that we have to plan on. But there's fear, uncertainty, and doubt. We know about FUD, right? The fear, uncertainty, and doubt. It comes into crypto. It comes into the rest of our life too. There's fear of the unknown. There's fear of the known. There's unknowns that are out there. There's uncertainty about, what's the price of things going to be tomorrow? Which direction is the price of Bitcoin going? There's doubt about, which systems are going to be here. What news stories do we believe, or none of them? All these are concerned, but you have to step back, take the look at the big picture and just say, yeah, change is coming. Yeah, these aren't going to be around forever, but we don't know when forever ends. Okay, so for these things, we do know that eventually every fiat currency dies, and often it's quite often not a quick death unless someone goes in and just conquers that country and just takes everything. Don't see that happening right now, but I do see the slow death that's eroding at our currency and unfortunately some of our aspects of our country. But there's a global thing going on, and I'm going to be talking about the Belt and Road Initiative probably on a private chat this week on our AMA. I know tomorrow is the day we talk about joining Patreon and all that other stuff, but not doing that today. Today, I just wanted to talk to you and reflect a little bit that we're all going through change. We all need to take a moment, take a pause, enjoy life, okay? We don't get, they call, now, the future will come, the past is the past, but they call today the present because it's a gift, right? We don't get another today. We do get tomorrow becomes today, but what you do with today, it can only be done once. So enjoy today, take a pause, get your workday done. This video will probably be coming out. Most of you will be done in your workday in the evening or the late afternoon out in the West. Enjoy your kids. Watch out for kids on the roads. And remember that these poor kids couldn't even do Halloween last couple of years. And now they're able to. So let them have some fun. Keep them safe, keep them protected, enjoy it with them. If it's not something you're participating into, watch a movie, phone a friend, do something to enjoy the day. Happy Halloween, everybody. All right. And I'll be back tomorrow in November to talk about all the craziness, but it can wait for another day. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. How are you celebrating the day? How are you enjoying the last day of October, the last week of the later light in the evening, which I hope they eventually change that too, but it is what it is. So I'd love to hear your thoughts and read them later in the comments. I read every comment. I respond back to them as well. Good to be back in the swing of things. We're going to hit November hard up until Thanksgiving, but then we'll take some time off. But with all that said, I'm looking forward to your comments. I'm going to close the drawer on the bureau, say follow leader one more time, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.